Who has been the star of this whole offseason so far? What's going on, Panther Nation? It's your boy LCameraTV here, man. And I've been working on something for a little while now, but I finally got it in place. I got my affiliate link for NFL shops, so you can cop all your NFL gear on my page. The link is in the description below, man. I know y'all want your Carolina Panther jerseys, hats, mugs, all types of cool stuff. You know, I got a Cam Newton jersey. I'm trying to get a Christian McCaffrey and a Luke Kuechly, you know what I'm saying? I got offense. I definitely need defense, man. So any NFL fan or Panther fan that wants some NFL gear, come to my affiliate link, cop some jerseys, cop some mugs, cop some stuff, man. Make sure you represent the Carolina Panthers when they're in London and wherever else, man. And thank y'all for showing love and tuning in. Definitely cop some gear. If y'all don't want the L camera, you might as well get the Carolina.
Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any video from my channel.
Yo! On LCameraTV, make sure you like, subscribe, and share with y'all with things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and Rumble.com and wherever else. And guys, we have a lot to talk about today, man. Number one quarterback was in padded practice. We gotta talk about that. The front seven is looking dominant. Definitely gotta talk about that. And there has been a star in this offseason. And a lot of you probably know who it is, but some of you don't. So we definitely gotta talk about that. So let's get started. So QB1 was in padded practice today after being held out yesterday. Routine, you know what I'm saying, maintenance, you know what I'm saying. They didn't want him to be, you know, overusing his arm. They scheduled this before training camp even happened. So they had him work 2 days, and they gave him 1 day where, you know, he was just working on the side with trainers. But he was in padded practice today. And he's looking pretty good, man. You know what I'm saying? No issues from what I know of with his arm. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they just said they held him out yesterday because, you know, routine July, they held out some vets today. You know what I'm saying? And he's been throwing deep passes, you know what I'm saying, connecting on some and, you know, missing some. But we kind of expect that from Cam Newton. He overthrows and underthrows sometimes, but, you know, what we really need is for his accuracy deep, you know what I'm saying, to be a lot better because the year, you know, we went to the Super Bowl, it seemed like he was hitting on all his deep passes. But, you know, you kind of expect that from Cam Newton, whatever, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes he's going to be overthrowing. Like I said, timing and all that stuff is what they're working on right now, so I'm not too worried about that. Plus, he even scrambled, you know what I'm saying, which, you know, you expect Cam to do. But coming off an injury, you didn't really expect him to scramble in practice, which he's done. But the good thing is, which is a really good habit, that he slid it in. So Cam Newton's still looking good, you know what I'm saying. I don't see any setbacks. Ron Rivera hasn't said anything about setbacks at all. So that's a really good thing, man. This is a really good sign for our team. Obviously, our team goes as Cam Newton goes. And if he goes down, we in some big trouble. But from what I'm seeing, he's healthy. His shoulder's good. You know, they brought him along slowly. They're still, you know, monitoring it really well. But the main thing was to see how it would be the next day. How it would be the next day. You know what I'm saying? And the first 2 days, no soreness, nothing like that. Well, the third day, they gave him, you know, his arm a rest. Because obviously, like he said, he's just come off an injury. But today, also no soreness, you know what I'm saying, everything like that. So it's a really positive sign, man. It seems like Cam's going to be, you know, ready for the beginning of the season. And, you know, that's what we need. Because like I said, you know, yeah, drafting Will Grier is great. You know, also like you need a backup quarterback. But Cam Newton is the lifeblood of this team. If Cam Newton is not 100%, we can't go nowhere. We obviously seen that last year. You know what I'm saying? We still had Christian McCaffrey. We still had a lot of playmakers. But we couldn't get any traction because, again, now mind you, our defense wasn't that great either. And, you know what I'm saying, Greg Olsen was gone and, you know, whatever, stuff like that. But we barely could win a game. So with Cam is how we win. You know what I'm saying? Now Cam is, I think he's going to be fully healthy this year. I think he's going to be really good this year. I think, like I said, he's going to put a lot of people on notice. And I think that, you know, right now we're in a really good situation. Hopefully we'll keep on monitoring it. Hopefully, you know, Ron Rivera and them will keep on monitoring it. But I think from what I'm seeing, we're kind of out of the woods. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it might be a little bit early for me to be saying that, but it just doesn't seem like there's any setbacks. Hopefully not. Cross our fingers, you know, stuff like that. But right now he seems like he's doing really well. And the second thing I want to talk about is that front seven, man. Our front seven is looking dominant. We kind of had a little scare, you know what I'm saying, you know, this practice because Bruce Irvin got in, you know what I'm saying, he got into the backfield. You know, Cam Newton kind of hit the ground, whatever, but he didn't get tackled. He just, you know, kind of dropped to the ground and gave himself up. But, you know, it is kind of a scare because, you know, obviously, like I said, he's come off an injury. But it just shows how dominant our front seven is going to be. You don't know where the pressure is coming from. You don't, you know, obviously you got Gerald McCoy, K'Wan Short, Dante Harry Poe, And you got Mario Addison and Bruce Irvin. And behind them, you got Brian Burns and Christian Miller, man. So I think the front seven will be obviously Luke Kuechly, Shaq Thompson. But the front seven will be dominant. You know what I'm saying? The second thing I want to talk about is like the secondary is looking pretty good too. You know what I'm saying? Dante Jackson, obviously he's looking more confident than he did last year. And last year he had a really good season. Eric Reed saying he's trying to be the best safety in the league. Rashawn Golden, from what I'm hearing, he's not getting beat like crazy, so that's a good thing. The thing that's giving me like trepidation, and maybe it's just because he's not that fast, is James Bradbury. You know what I'm saying? From what I'm seeing in the videos, people stay getting behind James Bradbury, and that's not a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he's in a contract year, so I think he's I think he's gonna be playing really hard. But he did say one of his issues was the shorter, shiftier guys. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's basically our receiving core. DJ Moore and Curtis Samuel aren't the tallest, biggest receivers. You know, he's better against those receivers. But there's going to be teams with shifted receivers. So hopefully he gets a lot of practice in with that. You know what I'm saying? Getting his hands on them. Making sure they don't get behind him because, you know what I'm saying, one of the stars, man, has been murking this guy. He's been killing him. I'm like, man, they're just getting behind him left and right. And that's not a positive thing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they'll get behind him and Cam will underthrow or overthrow the ball. So it's like, that's not a good thing. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely not a good thing. But I think if we can, he can get better at that, you know what I'm saying, working with the receivers that we have now. The front seven is going to be, creating pressure. Eric Reed's trying to be the best safety in the league. And I think Rashawn Golden is going to be pretty good, to be honest with you. I think a lot of people are kind of underestimating him. I think he'll be pretty good for us. I think, you know what I'm saying, like everybody said we should go out and get a safety. I think Rashawn Golden, if he's learned from Eric Reed, you know what I'm saying, he learned from Mike Adams when he was there, and you know what I'm saying, he has the athletic ability. I think he'll be pretty good. The two parts I'm really worried about now is the number one corner spot and the nickel spot. You know what I'm saying? Because nickel, if Rashawn Golden's going to be in safety, who's going to play nickel for us? Maybe it's Cornell there, but remember last year, Cornell was getting baked. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't doing well. You know what I'm saying? They got Cole Luke trying out. I'm not really a Cole Luke fan. So we'll see how that works out. And James Bradbury, you got to be able to keep up with these faster, smaller receivers. This say we play the Eagles. Deshaun Jackson's like 6 foot, and he's a speedster. I guess they'll put Bradbury on Alshon Jeffrey, but if they were smart, they'll put Deshaun Jackson on Bradbury, get behind him constantly because he ran like a 4.5 or something like that in the combine. But we'll see, man. Hopefully James get better at that, man. Hopefully he gets better at getting his hands on guys. But I just don't want him to get like did in. You know what I'm saying? My mindset is this: he wants a contract, right? Jalen Ramsey wants a contract too. Let's see if the Jaguars franchise tag Jalen. Maybe you might be able to try to snatch him up. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they haven't given him a contract yet. We'll see how that whole thing plays out, man. But I like James, but I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is a make or break year for him and Shaq Thompson. He better come correct. He definitely better come correct. And finally, who has been the star of this offseason? Now, I'll give an honorary badge to Cam Newton because coming back healthy, getting himself right, you deserve credit for that. But the star of this offseason is Curtis Samuel. Guys, this man has been tearing it up. He's everybody's favorite receiver. Be honest with you, I'm surprised. I feel like he's tearing it up way more than DJ Moore, which is surprising. I thought DJ Moore and him were, I think DJ Moore's still a good receiver. Don't get me wrong about that, but I just see video after video of Curtis Samuel getting behind somebody. Like I said, he was, tearing up James Bradbury. Actually, Cam Newton's first 40-yard touchdown pass was to Curtis Samuel. So he's been, obviously Will Greer has a great connection with him. They saying he's been forcing the ball towards his way because when he went to DJ Moore, it hasn't been connected. So it just seems like Curtis Samuel is ready to take that leap. Everybody's talking about it. All the analysts are saying he's going to have a breakout season. They said the Panthers think he's going to have a breakout season. Curtis Samuel, if he can stay healthy, is going to be a baller for us. He's going to be an absolute baller. And that's a good thing. That's a really good thing because I think DJ Moore could be a baller also. DJ Moore has gotten behind people too. Don't get me wrong. DJ Moore is good at catching the ball also. So it's not like DJ Moore is slouch. But it's just Curtis Samuel is doing things people didn't really expect. I mean, even though last year he had a really good year, but this year as a starter, I think he's going to make things happen, bro. I think he's going to make a lot of things shake. And especially if, he gets behind some of these corners. Because remember, he ran a 4.3 speed. People don't talk about his speed like that. I mean, they say he's a faster receiver, but 4.3 is no joke. You know what I'm saying? He's no slouch. Now, mind you, I think he ran a 4.31, then a 4.37. But still, it's 4.3. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to lie. I mean, if you average that out, maybe like 4.34, 4.35, whatever. But he's still a very fast receiver, man. So, and like I said, one of the best things he's ever did was get a jugs machine to work on his hands. Now I think his catching ability is much improved compared to what it was when he first came to the league. I think he can catch the ball way better, and that just helps us out even more, man. I think Curtis Samuel is on the verge of a breakout season. I've been saying this for a little while now. I'll even question who should be the number one receiver, and people were jumping down my throat, you know what I'm saying, in the comment section. But be honest with you, man, I think Curtis Samuel might be that number one, you know what I'm saying. We'll see how this whole thing play out. Maybe he should be a very dominant number two. But either way, if he's a number one, number two, I think that's a good situation for us. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, the Panthers see something both from Curtis Samuel and DJ Moore because they look like they're both going to be the starters, which is a really good thing. And remember, the year Cam had his most success, he didn't have big, fast receivers. Kelvin Benjamin went down. You know what I'm saying? Devin Funchess was in a very reserved role. We had Ted Ginn and Freddie Brown was doing most of the work. You know what I'm saying? So now we got kind of similar, a semblance of that with Curtis Samuel and DJ Moore. But I think they're better at, breaking tackles because they're stockier. You know what I'm saying? They got more, weight on them, more oomph on them. Whereas Ted Ginn and Freddie Brown were more the slender side. They were fast, but if you hit them, they wouldn't, it would hurt. So, you know what I'm saying? I think Curtis Samuel is prone for a breakout season. Everybody, all the analysts are saying the same thing. I've seen articles about it. You know what I'm saying? I think Curtis Samuel is going to make things happen. So for you fantasy owners, man, if you can get Curtis Samuel, stash him. You know what I'm saying? Just get him for a week or two, see what he does. You know what I'm saying? Because I think he'll be a really good pickup that a lot of people are not privy to. So for you fantasy owners, man, definitely check out Curtis Samuel. And I think he's prone for a breakout season. And the better he does, the better Cam is doing. So I ain't mad at that. Well, that's it for me, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share cool things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and Rumble.com and wherever else. And guys, in the comment section, man, how do you feel about Cam Newton sitting out, you know what I'm saying, the day before on the first padded practice? Do you mind it? I don't mind it at all. Let me know how you feel about that in the comment section. Who do you think is the biggest, question mark on the defense? Do you think it was Rashawn Golden? Do you think it's James Bradbury? Let me know how you feel about that in the comment section below. And who do you think is the star of the offseason so far? I say it's Curtis Samuel, hands down by far. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man, because I don't know. I don't know how you beat out Curtis Samuel. Just me being me being honest. So put that in the comment section below. Check out the Spreadshirt account. Check out the Patreon page. Those links in the description below. Definitely check that stuff out, man. Copy some LCameraTV apparel. I also have an affiliate program with Info Shops. Get your Carolina Panther gear. I know you guys been looking for it, searching for it. The link is in the description. Copy some Panther gear. Copy some NFL gear at all. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's not a Panthers fan that comes to my channel, I also got an NFL link, you know what I'm saying, for just the NFL in general. So you can cop all your team's gear here. Check that out, man. Check out my homeboys page, Renan Steam. Very funny dude, very talented. We also do a podcast together. Definitely check out our podcast, you know what I'm saying? Very funny stuff, different topics, things that you guys are really interested in, and I think the 10 minutes will blow you by. So definitely check that out, man. The video will be in the end screen at the end of my video, so definitely check it out. Funny, talented. I think you guys really like it. Shout out to all the Panther fans, my Panther related, anybody football related. You already know what it is, man. So let them know LCameraTV is rocking Panther Nation. Panther Nation rocking LCameraTV. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for showing love, man. Thank y'all for always watching my videos, bro. And the season's right around the corner. I cannot wait. I ain't gonna lie. I can't wait for a preseason game. That's how crunk I am about football season, bro. I need football in my life. But it's almost here. So I can calm down, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to see y'all next time. Peace.